Is your IBS acting up? Are you also shitting yourself 5 times a day?
Do you also have
Severe anxiety? It's like imagine this is a normal capnograph in anesthesia. Baseline anxiety not there, sometimes anxiety. Lately it's becoming like one exhausted soda lime where baseline anxiety is also raised and sometimes anxiety is also coming. And there have been days where I've reached malignant hyperthermia. So after doing little bit trial and error, I came up with like 7-8 ways I could keep my anxiety from. So yeah, this video is for whoever is going through NEET PG or any other competitive exam or just life in general and is extremely stressed and does not want to be so, you can watch it. First things first, I stopped planning long term. By that I mean, I make an everyday schedule, but I don't make an everyday schedule 20 days before the days actually come. This way, I'm reducing the anxiety of having backlogs. So what I do is, in my head, I have a general idea कि 20th तक मुझे अपना second revision खत्म करना है. So until 20th, what I started doing is waking up in the morning, taking this board and writing down everything I have to do on that particular day. And I write down enough as to not overwhelm myself and not have too much backlog. So this is a 7-8 hour-ish schedule that I've made for myself. But when you make an everyday schedule, you will inevitably have backlog and that backlog will inevitably make you more and more stressed. Which is why I am trying to be blissfully unaware of all the syllabus that is not done and try to do whatever I can do in a single day. I've always said this, but working out. Right now, obviously, I don't have that much time to go work out every single day or every alternate day. So I try to go 2 times a week because it's as simple as this. I just don't put any music on. I just don't have any thoughts in my head. All I do is go and lift weights. Sometimes my heart rate is higher outside the gym rather than when I'm actually lifting the weights, which is exactly why I figured I need at least a little bit of workout every week to calm my nerves. Number 3 is chilling with the homies. Guys, if you have your homeboy and homegirls around you, then what are you doing? I study with my friends and I chill with my friends, and what we make sure is that we do not discuss studies while we're chilling. And you know what's the best part? You can actually crash out with your homies because they're going through almost the same thing and probably worse. You can make your hangout spot as an equivalent of a rage room. I remember this one time we were so stressed in the library that we went behind the library, played some dick chick tunes and started dancing. We did realize that our lung capacity is bad, but other than that we also felt much calmer. Number 4 is my favorite. I have an anti-anxiety playlist. The thing is, I'm very proud of my music choices. I've curated this playlist right from final year when I was, going through it. I think it has like 50 to 60 songs that I listen to every time my heart starts racing a little more. Sometimes I just take a walk, listen to these songs, solve MCQs. Sometimes I don't even solve MCQs. Sometimes I just sit and listen to these songs. I'm gonna share the playlist with you. It's very personal and it's like giving a piece of my heart to you guys, but I'm gonna keep adding songs to this for the rest of my life. So yeah, keep following. 5th thing is doing super detached activities other than studying. You know the 8-8-8 rule, right? Sleeping for 8 hours, studying for 8 hours, and what else will you do for the 8 hours? What I plan for the 8 hours is doing super detached activities from my education, which is I sing with my roommate.
बर्बाद हो रहे हैं जी, बर्बाद हो रहे हैं जी, मेरे अपने शहर वाले हो.
Oh my god, no.
I learn the lyrics to new songs. I record songs. I make videos. I cook shit up. Oh my god, I love making breakfast. Maybe taking an everything shower. I call them detached because while I'm doing these, I am not gonna think about what I'm studying, what is left to study, what is to be done. I just give them time constraints that इस hour में, इस समय पे मैं ये activity करूँगी and मैं पढ़ाई के बारे में नहीं सोचने वाली. The whole point of this video is to prevent burning out. So I would rather study 8 hours a day and spend the other 4 hours doing something I like than study for 12 hours and absolutely lose my shit and not be able to study for the next 20 days. Number 6 is, brother, if you are already anxious, stop consuming more caffeine. I don't understand this. Like sometimes I'm full stress, and then my friends are like, let's go coffee. And I'm like, oh yeah, let's go coffee. And then I come back and I'm more stressed because my heart is also palpitating right now. So yes, guys, just don't consume caffeine when you're stressed, man. I don't know how it helps some of y'all, but for me personally, it just makes it worse. Don't, please, no. Number 7, remove any sort of media that stresses you out. By this I mean, if Instagram's stressing you out, out. If Reddit is stressing you out, guys, I unfollowed Indian Med School on Reddit very recently and honestly it's been life-changing. Obviously I'm going to join it back later when I enter residency, but right now I do not need that negativity in my life. I really cannot deal with it. You are not selfish for doing so. I understand that the political climate right now has been a little Bad. So if you feel that you're being selfish and too privileged for being unbothered about it, you need to take that thought out of your head. The fact that this thought crossed your mind in itself is a testament that you do not take your privilege lightly. Despite being a content creator or something, I barely spend any time on the app because it drains you. It makes you think about super irrelevant things in life, and baby girls, you don't want that. Also, like the media you consume, in the sense, even the TV you consume, yeah, watch whatever you want. I watch like 40 minutes of a Marvel movie for breakfast. I watch the ER for lunch. For my breaks in between, I watch stand-up comedy, and for dinner, we watch the ER again. So yeah, I consume all this media that calms me down. And tomorrow after my GT, I'ma go watch DC. Bro, eighth thing is that you need to know that there's a way out. You need to know that this exam is no biggie. What I do is, I tell myself that, okay, fine, this exam's not gonna go well. If it doesn't go well, I have November INI. If that doesn't go well, there's always next year, there's always other countries, there's always other opportunities that you can get out of your degree. These 3 hours, this exam, it will not define me. I am very, very sure of my identity, and I know for a fact that a NEET PG rank is not going to add or delete anything from my identity, anything from my personality, which is why it's not that deep. And it's not going to stress me out. Finally, I bought this journal from Commercial Street, okay? It's called Wreck This Journal. I don't know how many people have seen this, but I started journaling on this and it's amazing. It has some funky ass activities that you can do instead of journaling, and I wish this was sponsored, man. But yeah, that book, do it. And honestly, if you have access to therapy, go for it, dude. Personally, I'm little tight on money, but if it ever got that bad, I would definitely go back to therapy because nothing is worth losing your mind over. So if you are in the ditches right now, you can use any of these techniques to slightly feel better. I cannot guarantee they'll actually make you feel better, but they did make me feel better. So yes, this was the video. I'm actually going to see you after the exam. Thanks for watching and see you soon.